Doug Heyman, Nicholas Heyman here, live from Giant Stadium with Steph Heyman on commercials and Becky, the champ, Steph Heyman. And New York takes a 7-0 lead. Quick commercial, Steph.
Da, 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 da. It's a snowman.
Okay, back to the game. 13:46 remaining. Nick, how are the Giants going to be looking today?
I think they're going to be good, Dad. Looks like they're going to be good.
Okay, here's the kickoff. Back to live action. Daloiso boots it deep. Taking on the goal line. Fumble by the Kansas City receiver. Picks it up on the 5. He breaks to the 15, goes outside the 20 to 25, down to the 30. Tackle at the 33-yard line. Not a bad return after that initial fumble. Huh, Nick? And here's the interception return, by the way. As you'll see, Gannon going back to pass here, as on our slow-mo replay, looks to throw out in the slot. Picked off by Percy Ellsworth at the 40. And it's all end zone for Ellsworth as he runs it in for the easy 6. What do you think about that play, Nick?
I think that was a good play, Dad. It was a bad throw. He threw it like he was covering it. I thought it was a flag.
Yeah. You call me Doug, by the way, during the broadcast. Okay, here's the little melee after the play. Little melee after the play with the Giants. You see a little extracurricular activity. All right, Gannon now will take his Chiefs out, trailing 7-0 from the 33-yard line. 1st and 10, goes inside. Bam Morris with a big hole to the left side, barrels past the 45, and he is brought down by 3 Giants in the 49. A fine run by Bam Morris.
Doug, I think that was a great run. That was a nice play. Should have been. That's a first down.
You notice the Chiefs have been splitting Rich Gannon and Elvis Grbac at quarterback this year. Right now, we see Gannon in as quarterback. He has thrown for 2,200 yards this year. Rich Gannon behind the helm will take it for the Chiefs. It's 1st and 10 from their own 48-yard line. We see some out-of-town scores. Gannon calling the signals. Hands off, he fakes, drops back straight. Little screen pass, and he is met. No, that'll be an incompletion. He did not hold on to it. The ref called an incomplete pass. What do you think about that, Nick?
That should have been a fumble, Doug. That was a nice play for him.
And here are the Giants. Defensive line, Strahan, Peter, Hamilton, and Bradsky up front. The linebacking core of Marcus Buckley, Corey Widmer, and Pro Bowler Jesse Armstead. And back deep, Felipe Sparks, Tino Wooten, Sam Garnes, and Conrad Hamilton, who's played well this year, replacing the injured, who was that guy who was injured, the secondary guy? Remember he injured the white guy? Jason Sehorn.
Jason Sehorn.
And the Giants come up big. Jesse Armstead playing super football, coming through to make that tackle, and that was really something, huh, Nick? Let's see it again in instant replay. Offer your commentary.
Right in there. Goes. Booyah.
Oh, yeah, that's it. Marcus Buckley making the initial stop, and Jesse Armstead getting the leg, and Jesse pumped up. Jesse, a Pro Bowl selection for the 2nd year in a row. Jesse Armstead in his 6th year from Miami of Florida. 3rd and 11 for the Chiefs. Drop pass. Gannon, he's going to go upfield, goes deep, and that is well overthrown, well covered by Felipe Sparks.
That was a bad pass by Gannon. He was not wide open. He was wide open. 2 receivers were covering the ball. They almost got intercepted, the Giants. So close.
Thank you, Nick. That's a good commentary there. That'll force the Chiefs into a 4th down punting situation. And the former Jet, Louis Aguiar, who's been averaging 43 yards per punt, he will try to pin the Giants deep. He kicks it deep. Amani Toomer calls for the fair catch on the 16-yard line. And that's where the Giants will take over here in the 1st quarter, leading 7-0.
We'll be back in a second at Giant Stadium.
Remember.
Have you ever...
Back to the game. Thank you, Steph, for that commercial. We'll get to more commercials later with Steph, our professional spelling champ. And there's Kent Graham, who's thrown for 50.7%, 919 yards, 4 TDs, 5 interceptions from the 17-yard line. Faked by Graham, and that ball is dropped by Charles Way. That's something he should have had, huh, Nick?
Yeah, that was a nice throw by Kent Graham.
And let's introduce the offensive line. We got Oben Bishop, Scott Reynolds, and Greg up front for the Giants on their offensive line. Their back and receiving core consists of Gary Brown having a great year, Charles Way, receivers Chris Callaway, Ike Hilliard, and tight end Howard Cross. Second down and 10 for the Giants. Calling the signals is Graham. He hands off to Gary Brown and gets about a yard.
Bad run by Gary Brown, very bad, only 1 yard.
And let's announce the Chiefs now, the defensive line of Parham, Barn, McLaughlin, and O'Neill up front. Big defensive line for the Chiefs. Linebacking core of Favors, Edwards, and Davis. And the secondary of McMillan, Woods, Togue, and James Hasty, the former Jet. Third and 8 for the Giants, and in shotgun information is Graham. Takes the ball, looks upfield, fires, and connects. Monte Toomer with the catch, but there is a flag on the play.
That should be on the Kansas City Chiefs.
What do you think that was, Nick? What kind of call?
Looked like holding, maybe offsides.
Let's see what the call is. It's offsides, as Nick said. Ron Winter, the referee, calling it. The Giants decline, and it'll be a first down for the Giants.
Let's see the instant replay. Here it goes. It says it was caught at the 31-yard line.
And back to live action, and we see Charles Way rumbling ahead down to the 40-yard line for about a 7 to 8 yard gain.
That was a nice one by Charles Way. Don't you think, Doug?
Yes, I do, Nick.
Oh.
Okay, and the Giants will face a 2nd and 3 as Kent Graham trying to rally the troops here. Charles Way in his 4th year out of Virginia, 6 foot, 250, valuable asset to the Giants. Kent Graham calling the signals as the Giants go 2nd and 3. Handoff to Gary Brown left. And he breaks through the tackle, across the first yard mark, down yard marker, and he goes out of bounds and around the 48. It'll be another Giant first down.
That was a nice one by Gary Brown. He goes outside. Just look at him. Nice block by Way. Tackling that receiver. I mean, maybe a linebacker. So, first and 10, Giants.
Okay, Graham back to pass on first down, looking downfield, throws upfield and connects once again for another first down. That time Chris Callaway corralling the ball. A nice throw by Kent Graham.
Which is number 80 for the Giants. Nice run-in. Look, he's like at the 40, inside the 40, but he's tackled by number 29 from the Kansas City Chiefs.
Chris Callaway in his 5th year for the Giants. Graham again back to pass. In trouble, throws a little flare, incomplete. Through a intended receiver was Gary Brown.
He just threw it right by him, like Doug. Hey! Pittsburgh is tied with Cincinnati in this first quarter.
Okay, the Giants, you see some out-of-town scorers early action. The Giants will face a 2nd and 10. Kent Graham at the 39-yard line of the Chiefs. And you see Gary Brown running on the outside. Past the first down marker, goes out of bounds down to the 26-yard line. And here's our commercial analyst, Stephanie Heyman.
This is pretty boring because everyone knows that I'm better at announcing than them, so I can do better. So in a half an hour, you'll see me. Or, no, actually, you'll hear me. Okay.
Thank you, Stephanie Heyman. And the Giants, with 9:11 to go in the first quarter, leading this game 7-0 versus the Chiefs. See Gary Brown with 869 yards on the season. He looks like he has a good chance of breaking 1,000 for the year. And Gary Brown takes it again inside the 20 down to the 14-yard line. Gary Brown with another first down.
That was a nice one by Gary Brown. He's at the 20, looks like at the 15-yard line. Look at him. He just goes. See, nice run. Nice block by Hillard. That was a nice one.
Yeah, Hillard making the nice block there to spring Gary Brown for the extra yardage. 1st and 10 for the Giants from the Kansas City 14-yard line. Draw play to Gary Brown. He pushes forward and gets down close to the 10-yard line, a pickup of about 3+ yards.
Now they're really close to the touchdown line. They look like they're going to get the touchdown. Look, just cuts in, but he just only gets like 3 yards.
Okay, thank you, Nick, for that fine commentary. The Giants will face a 2nd and a long 6 from the 10-yard line. Notice the Giants 19th in the NFL in red zone offense, not all that good. Kicking a lot of field goals, getting in the red zone. Hand off to Brown. He barrels down hard to the 5-yard line, but there's a flag thrown on the play. And let's wait right here and see what this penalty is. It's a holding penalty against the Giants, and that's going to be a very costly 10-yard penalty.
I didn't see that play. I didn't know it was holding on the Giants. I didn't see the play. Okay, Doug?
Okay, Nicholas, that's quite all right. And the call, again, by the head referee, a holding penalty for the Giants, which will bring it back and create a long 2nd down situation. Kansas City Chiefs trying to hold the Giants here and trying to avoid falling down behind by 2 touchdowns. Kent Graham now from the 21 takes the snap, flares it out as Tiki Barber cuts back inside the 20 down to the 17-yard line. Nice slick move by Tiki to get a couple of extra yards after the catch.
Nice catch by Tiki. What a play.
And for the Giants to make the playoffs, they're going to have to win both this game and next week, and Tampa Bay will need to lose next week, and Arizona and New Orleans will each have to lose one of their next 2 games. Actually, New Orleans just has to tie one of those 2 for the Giants. So a lot of things have to happen for the Giants to make the playoffs. It's not going to be all that easy. Kent Graham on a 3rd down and 13 situation, and there's a flag on the play. Somebody jumped, and let's see if it was the offense or the defense that moved first. What's your thought on that, Nick?
Looked like it's all the Kansas City Chiefs, Doug.
All right, Nick, we'll see. Let's see. And once again, you're correct. You're very good at making those calls. It's an offside call against the Chiefs, which will give the Giants 5 yards of penalty and bring them that much closer to the Kansas City goal line. It'll make it a respectable 3rd and 8 situation. Edwards, number 69, number 59, the culprit there is offsides. And that's Becky, our analyst, chipping in. Okay, big 3rd and 8 play for the Giants. Let's see if they can push it in the end zone or at least pick up the 1st down. Graham back to pass. He throws it in the end zone to Monte Toomer for
touchdown, Giants! Monte Toomer with the 11-yard touchdown.
And Kent Graham floating that ball in the left portion of the end zone. Monte Toomer, who beat his man, you'll see it again on replay, was backpedaling into the end zone, and he leaped to make that catch after coming inside, leaps up and catches him clearly inside the end zone. And the Giants have taken an early 13-0 lead. Delia with the extra point.
It is good by number 9, Delia.
And the Giants take a
14-0 lead.
And we'll have to go to a commercial right about now.
Oh, I can win. Yeah, I can win. You can.
And that's our commercial commentator is Stephanie Amon. Kickoff by Deluiso is deep, and taking it 2 yards deep is number 87, who gets out to the 24-yard line, a 26-yard return. Nice kick by Deluiso. Let's look at the touchdown once again, Nick.
He goes up and catches it. That was a tough catch, Doug.
Agreed, Nick, but a nice pass combination there between Graham and Toomer. And the Giants looking pretty sharp early with 6:10 to go in the first quarter. Ahead, 14-0. Now the Chiefs. And Gannon will try to rally the Chiefs here to get something back in the game. 1st and 10 from the 24. Gannon hands off. There's Bam Morris, who gets initially about 3 yards and is met by a team of Giants.
That was a nice one by...
And here you see all the playoff possibilities here. You see the Denver Broncos and the Jets have clinched their divisions, and the last 4 playoff spots up for grabs. 2nd down and 7 for the Chiefs. As Gannon calls a play, gives again to Bam Morris, who's up the middle to the 30. He picks up about 3 yards.
Bad run by the Chiefs. I don't think that was a good run by...
And here we have the NFC playoff picture where 5 teams, I beg your pardon, have already made the playoffs. And you see the last 4 teams, Giants being one of them, competing for that final wild card spot. 3rd down and 4 now as Gannon barking out the signals. Man in motion. Back to pass goes Gannon. Under some heavy pressure, Gannon takes off across the first down marker to the 38-yard line, and Gannon picks up the 1st down.
Good run by the Chiefs. That was a nice offensive run. That was a good play. I hate to say it.
Yeah, well, you heard it from Nick, as he gives credit to Gannon, who hustles across the first down marker. And Rich Gannon in his 11th year from the University of Delaware. So he's a veteran. He's no youngster. Gannon now 1st and 10 with the Chiefs on the 38-yard line, calling the signals. Hand off to Morris, who is stopped at the line of scrimmage and met by number 90, Corey Widmer, who's really pumped.
Man, that was a good play by the Giants. He had no yards. I bet there was a loss of that thing. That must be. Right, Doug?
Yeah, Nick, that's right. He may have lost half a yard or so, but Widmer, who plays very intense, was there to lead the Giants' charge in stopping that run. It'll be 2nd and 11 as they in fact did lose a yard on that last play. Gannon with a little screen, flares it out, and again, sea of Giants. Marcus Buckley in the middle of it, making the tackle.
And number 20, he tackled him. Right?
Yes, that's correct. And here's the replay again. You see the Giants all kind of cramming the zone. Gannon drops back. Giants flooding the zone. Little flare pass. 3 Giants there. Buckley in the middle to make the big tackle. And the Giants defense looking very sharp early on. We'll have a 3rd and a long 10 now for the Chiefs. From the 37-yard line, Gannon drops back. 5-man Giant rush. Flares it out to number 82, and Felipe Sparks makes the tackle probably a yard or 2 shy of the first down marker. A nice play by Felipe Sparks.
I don't think that was a first down. He had, I don't think he fell out of bounds, and he wasn't by the goalpost, right?
Yes, he's down around the 46. He's about a yard and a half shy of the first down. And once again, Louis Aguiar will come out to punt. This will be the 2nd punt of his game. Back deep for the Giants, Monte Toomer. Aguiar gets it and booms it. This is a pretty good kick. Toomer will again make a fair catch and take the ball to the 12-yard line. That's where the Giants will start. 1st and 10 from their own 12-yard line. The Giants hustling with 2:33 left in the first quarter, taking a 14-0 lead. Let's cut to a commercial.
Whoa, did you see the new article about these jobs? Whoa, you see a lot of stuff. Hey, what is that thing? There's a car, a computer. It's Intel inside. Everyone wants it. It's so cool. There is drool on this microphone. There's someone's head there. It's $150 billion, and you can get a ton of stuff on the internet. Just hit Nasdaq Giants.mx.com.
Thank you, Steph Heyman there. And there they want Jason Sehorn back for Christmas. Yes, the Giants do miss him, although Conrad Hamilton has filled in very well for the injured Sehorn. Giants take it on the 12-yard line. Handoff to Gary Brown. Misdirection. He cuts back up the middle and just about gets back to the line of scrimmage. So the Giants will have the ball as we go to Green Bay, and we see Brett Favre in the midst of a snowstorm being hassled by Tennessee Oilers. Throws downstream the number 86, Antonio Freeman, and he goes in for the touchdown. Brett Favre with his 30th touchdown pass of the year. Back to live action, and you see Chris Callaway receiving the pass from Kent Graham for the first down. See a little push off there by Callaway, but he managed to cut inside and makes a nice reception from a bullet pass from Ken Graham. McMillan on the tackle. Well, we have a minute 39 left in the first quarter. Giants with another first down, leading 14-0 here in the first quarter. Really coming out strong against the Kansas City Chiefs. Here's Graham with a bootleg, fakes, looks upfield. He's going deep downfield, and that ball is caught and then dropped by Chris Callaway. And Callaway was open, and I think he just flat out dropped it, Nick.
Yeah, I think he should have had that. Should have went. If he caught that, he would have gone all the way for the touchdown. And see on instant replay, he's at the 50. He threw to the 45, but then number 29, McMillan, knocked it away.
Yeah, that's good analysis, Nick. You're right, you are. Callaway had it and was knocked away by 29 at the last second. Okay, it'll be second down for the Giants. Graham barking out the signals, pitches out to Gary Brown, who cuts left, has excellent blocking upfield. He is all the way down to the 38-yard line. Gary Brown, but hold on, folks. There's a flag on the play, and they may be bringing it back.
It's on the Giants. They will bring the play back.
So I think about a 19-yard run by Gary Brown will be nullified due to the holding penalty. Tough break for the Giants. Somebody on the interior line holding. And they'll have to replay the down, which is second down. Monte Toomer checks back into the lineup, into the huddle, bringing a play from Coach Jim Fossil. Jim Fossil has to be proud with the way these Giants have been playing these last few weeks and to make themselves potentially eligible for the playoffs with a very strong finish. Kent Graham now from his own 21-yard line drops straight back. Nice protection, has plenty of time. Dumps a little pass to Toomer, who shakes one tackler but can't shake the second, and only picks up about 3 yards.
I thought that was a first down. I didn't know he only had 5.
And here you see the Kent Graham, Danny Cannell show. Danny Cannell was the starting quarterback this year, but Kent Graham, who's gotten the start for the last 5 weeks and has come on strong, has replaced Danny Cannell as the #1 quarterback. It remains to be seen next year who will be the starter. We have a 3rd and 9 situation. Kent Graham and the Giants on their own 24-yard line. Graham from shotgun formation drops back, puts it up deep downfield, and that'll be over everybody's head, intended for Monte Toomer.
That was a fast throw by Kent Graham. I don't think he would catch that anyway.
Yeah, you see the instant replay. Graham putting up a tight spiral, but no chance for Toomer as that the ball was well overthrown. And that should bring in Maynard to do the punting chores. Brad Maynard, who has a 45.1 yard average this year. This is his first punt of the game. Gets off a nice high punt, and it takes a good roll. Picked up by number 83 on the 27. He runs all the way to the 39-yard line.
Nice run by number 87 from the Kansas City Chiefs. By the way, the Giants are home today. That's why they're in blue, and they're always home when they're in the blue uniform.
Yeah, good point, Nick. I'm glad you did bring that up. That's, for our viewing audience, very important, obviously. Sometimes they are white when they're home, though. Depends on the colors of the opponent's team, and today the Chiefs are white, being the away team. Now, Kent Graham a little frustrated by that last series of downs. He didn't come up big. And that's the end of the first quarter, by the way, with the New York Giants leading the Kansas City Chiefs by a score of 14-0. Let's go to the commercial. And back to second quarter action. All right, Rich Gannon, who trips after taking the snap, and he'll be sacked back to the 35-yard line. He must have tripped over one of his linemen.
It will be second 16 for the Kansas City Chiefs.
Well, not quite. He lost about 3 yards. Gannon takes the snap, and you see he trips over his center and had absolutely no chance in that play.
Second and 15.
And he lost 5 yards. This Coach Marty Schottenheimer has had his first losing season ever coaching the Chiefs. Okay, Gannon hands off to Bam Morris, who barrels forward and picks up about 10 yards. Bam Morris.
Looks like it's going to be 35. At the halftime, we've got Jim Nance, Marcus Allen, Brad Jones, and Michael Lombardi.
With scores and highlights and much, much more. And stay tuned for our commercial expert, Stephanie Heyman. It'll be 3rd and 5 for Gannon as he takes the ball at the 45-yard line. Fakes to Bam Morris inside. He goes deep up top and could not hold on to it. Number 89 juggled that amount. But there is a flag on the play, so we'll have to wait and see what the penalty brings. And we may very well have a holding penalty against the Chiefs, in which case the Giants will probably elect to decline, forcing the Chiefs to punt. But let's wait for the call. Illegal use of hands against the Giants and a hold against the Giants, dual penalties. So that'll bring an automatic first down for the Chiefs and move the ball upfield further.
Looks like the Chiefs are going to score this play. Just looks like it's me. Excited to see the game today.
Yeah, and Jim Fossil, he wants to know exactly what happened on that play. He looks a little perturbed, particularly about the 2 penalties. I believe that was number 75, Keith Hamilton, who got called. And let's take a look. It looks like I don't know. I don't see the penalty, Nick, quite frankly. 1st and 10 for the Chiefs on the 49. Gannon to Bam Morris, and watch out, number 77, Brad Bradsky on the tackle. We have another flag on the play. Boy, he came out of nowhere to stop Morris.
Looks like that. It was on the Chiefs. It's on the Chiefs. Which is on the Chiefs.
Well, with 13:41 to go, Marty Schottenheimer not too happy about that particular call. But we have 13:41 left in the second quarter. Giants leading 14-0. And the Chiefs will have to start over with a 1st and 15-yard line. All right, from the 45-yard line, Gannon takes the snap, goes back to pass, throws upfield. There's a nice catch by number 82, Alexander. Makes a fine grab, and he picks up about 10 yards or so. Not enough for the first down, but that'll bring up a 2nd and short situation.
That was a nice catch by number 82. I can't help it.
All right, here's Gannon now on a 2nd down and short. 2nd and 3 goes to Bam, who's stopped by a sea of blue for no gain.
He was crushed at the line of scrimmage. 12:53 left in the second quarter.
Good announcing there by Nick Heyman. Okay, Rich Gannon trying to keep his drive alive. He has a 3rd and long 3. See, the Chiefs 1 for 4 in 3rd down conversions thus far today. Gannon will drop back, rolls to his right, sets, has plenty of time, and he throws upfield, and it is dropped by number 89. No flag on the play. Good defense there by the Giants.
Looks like he's going to go for it, I think.
Nick making a prediction here that he's actually going to go for it. That's kind of a gutsy prediction. But we'll see. Giants, the Chiefs down by 14. You see Gannon hit hard from the backside, but after he released the ball. And there's another flag on the play. So let's see what this brings. And the penalty seems to be against the Kansas City Chiefs. Giants will decline since the Chiefs did not pick up any yardage in that play. That'll force a 4th down. And let's see what the Chiefs do. The Chiefs bring on their punting team. Ooh, what smell. Louis Aguiar coming on to punt.
2 punts so far. He kicks it, it's up. Kicks to the 20-yard line. It's a fair catch by Monty Tuba.
And the Giants will take over. 1st down on their 20-yard line. Score 14-0 with 12-12 left in the 2nd quarter.
Whoa, do you see a lot of safes? So do I. No one knows what's in them. Now it's a door. It's a dog. 2 dogs. Nice safes. Save me! Save me! Save me! Gonna catch me! It's dog! Best beer ever! Turn it around! No! Turn the pizza around! It's stuffed crust! Stuffed crust. It's the cheesiest. Everyone wants to turn the pizza over and eat it. Whoa, and it's only $9.99 at Pizza Hut. Best pizza. Do you want to work here? No, I'm not housebroke. Do you see? Whoa, it's RCA. It's the 2 little dogs again. And it's some teenager guy, man. Oh, dog, rain, droppings, computers. The dog is turning on TV. RCA. Broncos, 49ers, Cowboys. They ride out in the old Wild West. Magnificent 7, no series tonight. Full of grounds. Some old people.
Thanks from Steph Heyman, our commercial commentator. This is Kevin Harlan and Sam Weish. Nobody can hear what they're saying.
Grew up, play ball. Carlisle, Pennsylvania. That's where the Washington Redskins
We didn't
trained for
rehearse
years.
that. We didn't rehearse
I know. Well, I didn't want you to know. But that was one of the many stadiums. They played in several here, but now at Giants Stadium, and they are whipping the Kansas City Chiefs.
1st and 10. The pitch out goes to Gary Brown. And